the worldwide war against crime, there are men and women trained to sink their own identity in the international underworld. They work alone, in danger and in shadow, unrecognized by friend and enemy alike. They are the operators of the almost legendary Ghost Squad.
Shop's closed. I said the shop's closed. These people would take the trouble to learn English. Here. Where do you think you're going, you brazen hussy? Outside before I call the police. Gertrude.
You must listen to me carefully, Henry.
No, you listen to me. You
the
don't,
Iranian secret police are after me.
I'm not listening, Gertrude. I'm not listening. It was only a year ago since you were deported from this country. If the police find you here, we'll both be shot.
I have the plans on microfilm of an anti-British uprising in Attara.
I don't care what you've got. You've got what?
That is why you must get me to England.
This is terrible. Terrible. Forgotten it.
What?
Well, the emergency code signal.
It used to be Tulip.
Oh, what? How did you know? Oh, never mind. Here, put on a gramophone record, quick.
You have been seconded to my department, Mr. Craig, because this particular assignment is purely routine escort work, nothing more. Thank you, Miss Carter.
Right, Sir Thomas.
Now, here's the setup. Attara here has a pro-British government, but a double agent has learned of a plot to overthrow the government. Now, the Sheikhdom of Belsana, which, as you see, borders Attara, is violently anti-British. So if this uprising in Attara were to succeed, it would mean the end of our influence in that particular part of the world. Do you follow me? Now, we know that this double agent... She's a woman, by the way, name of Gertrude. We know that she was followed across the border from Attara into the Sheikhdom of Belsana by the Attaranian secret police.
But the secret police must be against the pro-British government, then.
Exactly. Their orders will be to murder her before she has time to pass on any information. Your orders are to bring her back to this country as quickly as possible. You will leave for Belsana immediately. You will have in your possession a British passport. When you arrive in Belsana, you will proceed to Henry Cameron's shop, where you will give the code sentence, "Are the MacDonalds still fighting the Campbells?" And he will reply, "We speak it, cowering, timorous beastie, oh, what a panic's in thy breast." You will then take her to Gertrude. The rest is up to you.
This woman, Gertrude, what's she like, sir?
Oh, she's a cabaret artist, dabbles in subversive activities. She's given secret information to practically every country in the world. Quite frankly, she's poison. She'd shoot you if she thought that your corpse was worth more than the information she already has. Good luck, Mr. Craig.
Thank you, Sir Thomas.
Money, Mr. Craig? Airline tickets, Mr. Craig? Passport, Mr.
Old
Craig?
Stock would pick this moment to go on a holiday, wouldn't he?
Confidentially, I hear MI5 wouldn't touch this assignment.
Thank you very much.
They either went sick or sent in their resignations. She must be quite a character.
Wait a minute. I see I'm married to her.
I hope you'll both be very happy.
I tell you, it's intolerable. Intolerable.
Quiet, woman.
For 3 days now, I have been incarcerated in this stinking store, waiting for a knife or a bullet or something. They should have chartered a special plane for me.
Whist, woman, they're back. The two Iranians are back. They're skulking about in that doorway across the way.
Oh, they must know that I am here. They must have heard you shouting at me.
Me?
You've done nothing but bully me and degrade me and spit on me ever since I came here.
I've never spat on a woman in my life. They've gone. I've lost them. Can't see them anywhere.
They are here for me. It is a plan to murder me. You are in their pay.
Upstairs. Quick, woman, quick!
No bullets. I wonder where to put my bullets. Bullets. Who is it?
Are the MacDonalds still fighting the Campbells?
The what?
Are the MacDonalds still fighting the Campbells?
Why should they be?
Is that Henry?
Aye.
I've come for Gertrude.
You're a fool. They might have heard you. Have you seen them?
Who?
They're outside. Look, you can't stay here. You'll have to go at the back. Come on.
Hey, I want the second half of that code.
Code? What code? Look, I know nothing whatsoever about a code. Now, will you stop blathering and come away through here?
Who is he? What does he want?
It's a bodyguard from England.
Oh, you be quiet, woman.
Oh, it is a joke. You are joking, of course.
No joke.
You are so right. It is no joke. Do you know who we are up against? Assassins, sadists, murderers. And they send a boy to do a man-sized job?
Get her out of here. They're coming this way. Quick. Look, out the back way, down the passage. Come on, woman, come on. Well, after her, man, after her. Oh.
We are here for Gertrude.
I'm afraid I don't know anything. Wait a minute, that kind of my shop all broken up, you know.
She has been here. It's in the air. I can feel her evil presence.
But I tell you, I don't know anybody of that name. What do you want her for anyway?
This is a private matter that will be dealt with in a private way. I've seen her. Ah!
Oh, we are safe in here. No European would dare to show himself in this quarter.
They didn't look European to me.
No, but we are. They will mark hotels, tick some, put crosses against others. Against this one, a big, big cross.
Broken lock.
How do you plan to get me back to England?
By plane?
Oh, you fool. I knew you had an idiot look about you. Don't you understand? They hate me in this country, hate me.
Now, let's go slowly for a moment. We're hiding from this country's police. Is that it?
No, 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 no. We are hiding from the Atteranians.
I see. But why are you hated here in the Sheikdom of Belsana?
I am considered an undesirable. They deported me a year ago.
Why?
Oh, that does not matter. But if I show my passport at the airport, they will send me back to Attara, and the Atteranian secret police will cut off my head. You don't understand, do you? I am already dead. They have sent me an American imbecile.
For the moment, a Canadian A Canadian? Let me have your passport.
Why?
You won't be needing it anymore. You're married to me.
I'm sorry?
You're my wife.
You what?
Our joint passport.
Oh, not such an imbecile after all. You know, I always wanted to have a husband and 9 children. All boys, no girls. There are too many girls in the world already. But who is this supposed to be?
Oh, well, I'm afraid it's not a very good likeness, but
It is not a likeness at all. It is not me.
I believe it's from the police files.
That is no excuse. No, I am most upset. Men will look at this and they will laugh, and I don't like them. I want that passport back, please. I want it. I am
Gertrude,
going
you
to
can't
bury
have
it.
it.
You are being horrible to me and humiliating me, and I
Gertrude,
will not be laughed at.
Get down.
Hawaii cadena, try the front entrance quickly. They have gone.
Police.
Yeah,
They
you
may
better-
recognize me.
You better go back to the shop.
But what about you?
Never mind, jump.
Oh, no.
Now what are you doing?
Hold that. Hold that.
Give me some light up here.
Quickly, quickly, I come, Effendi, I come. I bring the light. I bring to light. Bright light.
Thank you, but what kind of a place are you running here?
Apologies, Effendi, I cannot help this.
Right, you killed yourself. My wife and I were nearly killed just now.
Your passport, please.
They shattered that lamp there.
Where is your wife?
Oh, she ran into the street. She was terrified.
Wherever there is an Englishman, there is sure to be trouble.
I don't understand.
As that is the English, they start wars and can never understand why the enemy should want to fight back.
Now, look, aren't you interested in finding the gunman who just took a shot at us?
I am more interested to know why they should want to kill you, sir. My people are peace-loving. They shoot only when provoked.
Well, they weren't your people. They were from Attara.
Ah. Hassan, Kane Matarani. But why should they want to kill you, sir? The Attaranians are pro-British.
Oh, you're after my wife's jewelry.
Ah, let this be a lesson to you to choose your friends more carefully. My people here in the Sheikdom of Belsana would be only too delighted to be your friends, but your government.
No. Let's don't get involved in politics.
You speak dangerously, sir.
Dangerously.
An Englishman always makes that remark when he is thinking of setting up a puppet government somewhere. When are you leaving?
Tomorrow, by air.
Good. See that you do not miss the plane. And now, let us find your wife.
You understand? The police think I'm a respectable shop owner.
You talk too much for a spy.
Say that, what, for heaven's sake? Do you want me shot? 3 years I've been here, biding my time. Waiting for a rebel army to be formed, quietly manoeuvred myself into the Sheikh's confidence, and it's all been wasted. Because if the inspector finds you here, I'm sunk. Who is it?
Oh, it's that new inspector. He looks rather nice.
Get away from that window, woman, will you? Come on, up the stairs, quick, quick.
Is my wife here?
You're what?
We met earlier today.
Oh, aye, come in, come in.
Good
come
evening,
in.
Henry.
I wondered if she'd come to you for help. She just had a terrifying experience.
Two Atheranian scum tried to kill her.
Oh, your wife, of course, I forgot. I didn't know you were married. I mean, she's here. Trembling with fear. Dazed and shocked. I gave her a sedative. She's almost asleep.
Then let us not disturb her. Ah, these Atheranians, they are just like the British. They have no scruples. Women, children, no matter. Kill, kill, kill.
Why are you so anti-British, Inspector?
I am not anti-British, sir. As a private individual, I adore the British. I spent a very happy year up at Oxford. As an inspector of police, however, I hate the British.
Why?
Because I am a very weak man, sir. I prefer promotion to the death penalty.
The Sheikh and his government have no time for the English, you know.
And the Sheikh is all great, all wise, all powerful.
How old is the Sheikh?
He will be 12 next month. Ah, Henry, how are the bagpipe lessons going?
Oh, fine. I should soon be ready to teach the lads.
Ah, our beloved Sheikh. He adores British pipes and drums. Henry here is to be this country's first pipe major. Now, I will leave a man on guard outside the door. You need have nothing to worry about. Don't worry, Henry. I will find my way out. Oh, and remember, Mr. Craig, be on that plane tomorrow. There is not another one for 4 days, and 4 days is quite long enough for an Englishman to set up bases here. And so, good night, my friends.
Oh, maybe now we'll get a wee bit of peace and quiet.
The case! I have the wrong case. Did you bring the other one?
No, it's at the hotel.
But the microfilm is in it.
Look, I'll go. Bolt the door after me. At least with a nightmare, you can wake up.
It was my little joke. I have the right case. Oh, no. We wanted to have a little time alone together, didn't we? You are a brave man. I like you.
The inspector didn't recognize your passport photograph.
I should hope not.
Do you think he'd recognize you if he saw you?
I don't know. He was not the same inspector who was so horrible to me the last time I was in this country. Of course, I expect he has seen my cabaret acts, but that is no reason why he should recognize me.
Oh, well, if he's seen you in cabaret...
No. That does not follow. You see, his eyes would have been elsewhere. I do a ballet dance. Oh, very sophisticated and European, with a veil over my face. But why should we worry about him?
Because he'll be at the airport tomorrow to see that we get on that plane. And also at the airport will be the two Atheranians.
You don't have to worry about those pigs. They will think that you will think that and change your mind and go by train. So, the answer is quite simple. Don't change your mind.
Gertrude, how did you ever become an agent?
No, it is a very sad story. Do you really want to know?
Of course.
I was born in Vienna. 2 other families lived in the same 2 rooms. My mother died when I was 5. I did not know my father, which was a good thing, because I would have killed him. When I was 13, my uncle said he had made arrangements for me to be taken to a convent, and a kind old lady came to take me there. But she did not take me to a convent. She took me to a brothel in Marseille. And she was not kind anymore. But I escaped from there and went to Tangier, where I found that important gentlemen talked important secrets to pretty girls. Those secrets gave me an experience I had never known before. Civility. Do you believe me?
Why shouldn't I? Gertrude, I have a feeling we're going to be in for a rough passage tomorrow. So we'd better get a good night's sleep, huh?
Of course. When shall I see you, my darling?
Tomorrow morning. Good night.
Not in a little while.
Tomorrow morning.
I seem to be married to a very funny sort of a husband.
We still have to pick up the baggage at the hotel, remember?
I am not to blame for Henry's stupidity last night.
For the umpteenth time I've told you they wouldn't give me the bag. They said I wasn't the lawful owner.
And the plane leaves in half an hour.
If I am not ready, it will have to wait.
Look, when you get her in that plane, handcuff her. Don't let her out of your sight.
She told me a little bit about herself last night.
I suppose we ought to forgive her, but it's very difficult.
Oh, it must be quite a shock to think you're being taken to a convent and end up where she did.
Well, it wasn't quite like that. No, the years and Gertrude's natural talent have romanticized the facts a wee bit. It was a sailor that took her to Marseilles. He told her he loved her and wanted to marry her, and she believed him. And when his ship sailed away and she discovered that he robbed her of everything but the clothes she stood up in, she still believed him. Well, the sailor laddie never came back. Here, would you like my revolver?
Thank you.
The only thing is I don't know where to put the bullets. Where's my revolver? Don't tell me I've lost my revolver now.
Henry, would you say you're typical of your profession?
You think I'm mad, don't you? Well, you're quite right, I am, but it's a lot easier than working. No, I used to keep a wee shop up in Inverness. I'd have been bankrupt but for the war. I couldn't sell a thing. No, well, when the army got hold of me and they heard I was a grocer, they put me into the intelligence corps. I've been in it ever since. So, I don't work, I don't sell anything, and I still get paid. So maybe I'm not so mad after all. Oh, here it is. You know, I wondered where that had got to. It's funny how you find things when you're looking for something else, isn't it? Do you think somebody might have stolen that revolver?
Well, if you'll keep a revolver in an unlocked drawer.
But it's been lying in that drawer as good as gold for 3 years. Besides, what's the use of a revolver without bullets? No, I've put it somewhere. It'll turn up. Anyway, I hope somebody has taken it, because I don't believe in violence.
Well, you can't wear that dress.
Why not? Don't you think it suits me?
You'll stick out like a sore thumb.
The Atheranians will be able to pick you out a mile away.
Now, quick, get upstairs and
No,
change.
no, 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 no. I don't want to die.
Well, if you wear that frock, you will die.
Oh, you fool, how can I die? Scarlet is my lucky color. Have you no faith? Oh, hurry, my darling. The taxi driver is getting impatient.
Good luck.
No, no. It's you that needs the good luck. You're in charge of Calamity Jane, not me. Goodbye, Gertrude. And I mean that with all my heart. Over the sea to sky. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, dee. Oh, da-dum, boom, boom, boom.
I am disappointed in you, Henry.
Why?
Where are they?
Oh,
Your two friends.
well, that plane left just a couple of minutes ago.
They were not on it.
Not on it.
No. It grieves me to think of those two spies loose in my country. I keep glancing at Government House, expecting to see the Union Jack flying there. Chicken. Are they trying to make contact with the rebels in this country?
Oh, come now, Inspector. You know as well as I do there's no rebels in this country.
The Sheikh is already displeased with you. He thinks you should have formed the pipe band by now. For your sake, Henry, those two had better not try to contact you. Otherwise...
Wait a minute, Inspector. Wait a minute. You know what's happened, don't you?
No?
The Ataranians must have kidnapped them.
I do not advise it, sir.
Look, my wife's arms must be aching by now.
The two gentlemen from Atara will soon be here. Until then, you and your wife's arms will remain where they are.
One of my men heard the inspector saying that you two are British spies. We are therefore allies. I am a colonel in the rebel army, and the rebel army is pro-British. Now then, we have the men to overthrow the Sheikh's regime, but not the guns, not the equipment.
Oh, this is ludicrous. There's a British shop owner who's been trying...
That crawling snake of a traitor.
No. I mean a Scotsman named Henry.
So do I. He's in the pay of the Sheikh. He and the inspector of police are like brothers.
Well, surely he's got to stay on the right side of these people.
You be like us. Trust him as you would a serpent. But let us not sour the air with talk of cards. This is my plan to get you out of the country. You will be driven to Fiawadi, where one of my men will be waiting with fast camels. You will ride to a point where you can board a train that will take you to the coast. A ship at anchor 3 miles offshore will sail you to freedom. In return, we ask you to fill that ship with guns and equipment. And now to destroy one of the enemy.
Yes, kill the dog. He was going to hand us over to the Ataranians.
Ataranians? But I thought he was one of the Sheikh's soldiers holding you here until... This is very strange. He's one of my men. One of the rebel army. This I do not like. Why was a captain of the rebel army holding you...
Now, what'd you have to do that for?
I am not going on any camel.
He was on our side. He's in the rebel army. He was going to get us out of this country.
Oh, you are like a child. You believe everything you are told. He made up that story about the rebel army to keep us here, so that he could get the money from the Ataranians instead of his business rival. He was playing for time. Oh. If you do not believe me, come here. Look over there. The two Ataranians are coming to finish us off.
Yes, good.
What?
Hey, what are you two doing back here? Hey, the inspector thinks you're spies. If he finds you here, he'll... Where did this come from?
An Arab held us prisoner with.
But it's my revolver, eh? It's my bullets. You know what's happened, don't you? That servant of mine, Abdul, he must have sold it to somebody. By heavens, wait till
Now, you wait a minute, Henry. Let me get this straight. An Arab, obviously in the pay of the Ataranians, held us prisoner with your revolver. Then a second Arab arrived and announced that he, the second Arab, was a colonel in the rebel army here in Belsan.
What rebel army?
I have already told you he was not a rebel.
Well, I think he was.
But for the last time, I must tell you, there is no rebel army in this country. If there was, I would know about it, wouldn't I? I mean, that's what I'm here for, isn't it? To contact such people. Oh, and I know the government sometimes pretends that they're rebels, but that's just to keep everybody on their toes. Now, you worry about getting little Red Riding Hood back to London, and I'll worry about the rebel army.
It's the inspector. His men are surrounding the house.
Oh, well, that's that then. If the judge is merciful, we'll maybe only get 20 years hard labor.
Come on, Gertrude. Let's make a stab at it.
Oh, wait.
Oh, hello, Inspector. I was just having a wee go at the pipes.
My dear sir, my government humbly thanks you. You are a modern pimpernel. You come from nowhere and you lead us to victory. Thanks to your courage, we have just captured a colonel and a captain in the rebel army. But now, you are in great danger. You and your beautiful wife.
Thank you, sir. Such a compliment will be remembered.
Ah, madame. If only other countries had to deal with the lovely women of Britain, there would be peace on earth forevermore. But we have not met before.
If we had, sir, I do not think you would have forgotten quite so quickly.
You think with exceptional clarity, madame.
Excuse me, Inspector. Inspector, you did mention danger a moment ago.
Hmm? Oh, yes. The rebel scum will never forgive, never forget. To them, this was an act of treachery.
Treachery?
Are they not pro-British?
Well, just how many rebels are there?
Oh, just a few fanatics. 4 or 5, no more.
Get out. Tanks, I hear tanks.
Machine gun bullets.
And mortars.
It is the rebels. They are attacking the police station, bombarding it, trying to free their men.
Did you say something, Henry?
We haven't done anything wrong to deserve such treatment.
These men were watching you from the roof opposite, Effendi.
The Attaranians! Ah, now it makes sense. They are in league with the rebels. They were going to kill you.
No, Inspector, let me explain.
If that is true, my government will declare war on Attara. Take them. But first, you 2 gallant fighters must be escorted to safety. Prepare to leave by train immediately.
We have no more worries, my children.
No more worries. What do you think's going to happen when the inspector questions the 2 Attaranians and finds out who they've come to kill and why?
I will be tortured. They will send me back to Attara, where they will get together and make up a story, and I will be tortured.
Well, our only hope is that we're out of the country before he starts to question them.
You know, I think it was naughty of them not to tell me there was a rebel army. I mean, that's what I was here for.
No, Tony, the chief's not back yet. Right, bye.
What does Henry think he's been doing for 3 years?
Why, sir?
Well, the Sheikhdom of Belsan have just announced over the radio that a pro-British army is marching on the capital. Now, let us say that this uprising and the one in Attara succeed. That means that Attara will become anti-British and Belsan pro-British. Oh, that's all right then. The status quo will be preserved.
But what if the uprising in the Sheikhdom of Belsana fails?
It won't. There are 3 Britons in Belsana, and therefore we shall send in troops to help the rebel army protect our nationals.
Hurry! There is a car waiting. The 2 rebel prisoners managed to escape. They are now at the head of an army which is moving in to liquidate you and your beautiful wife. But have no fear. My men will protect you with their lives.
What do they want to liquidate you for?
Presumably because my beautiful wife hit a rebel colonel over the head with an ornament.
Have no fear, Henry. My men will protect your property. Not a pipe of your bag will be broken.
No, our men must remain in Attara because of the possible uprising there. Yeah, well, if I were you, I should fly in troops from Kenya. Yes, just a minute. What is it?
Belsander's ambassador has just been on to the Foreign Office. He gave an assurance that all British personnel will be protected by his government. And 2 Britons are already being escorted to the frontier.
Well, is it even any reason? Well, what is it?
The pro-British rebel army has issued a decree stating that it intends to kill all British nationals.
In about 1 hour from now, we shall be over the frontier and safety. And then to England. Beautiful England.
Oh, what is it? What's happening?
No man goes to sleep in my company. At least, not in a train. Oh, you British, you have no charm at all. Oh! 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 Oh, I'm so impulsive.
Gertrude, I know you won't know exactly, but at a guess, how many wars do you think you've started?
Oh, you're funny. What does this mean?
It means the inspector and the 2 Attaranians have got together. Our inspector now knows about the proposed uprising in Attara, and why the Attaranians wanted you out of the way.
Where have you been the last couple of days?
My grandmother has been very sick, master.
You buried your grandmother 18 months ago. And here, did you steal my revolver? I want the truth, mind.
My wife and 10 children needed food, master.
Stop your blethering, man. You're not married. You know who you sold that to? A potential murderer, that's who. He held up a British couple with it. He could have killed them. He could have killed a man. He could have killed a woman. He could have killed Gertrude. Now, I'm no believer in violence, but... No, I wouldn't want anybody like that to... anything like that to happen to the poor lassie. I don't suppose I'll see her again.
But you put us on the train. You gave us an escort. You said we would be safe. Then you bring us back to this den of iniquity.
Please, a moment. Allow me to explain. Complications have ensued, complications of a criminal nature. And where crime is concerned, we must act according to the letter of the law.
What is this crime you speak of?
One moment, madame. Please.
Pigs! Filth! Assassin! Murderers! You shot at me!
You stole the family jewels.
Oh, how you can make up such terrible stories.
Where did this happen?
In Attara, of course.
Impossible. My wife has never been to Attara.
Your wife, but she is married to me.
Oh, I've never set eyes on you before in my life.
You are my wife. You are an Attaranian.
Pardon me, but she's British and she's married to me. Pastor.
I have papers to prove that she is married to me.
Forgery! Oh, forgery! When I am told...
Let us not lose our tempers, please.
These men say I have stolen jewels. Therefore, search me. Search all of me.
Alas, madame, it is not my place to search.
order you to search me.
Turn around. Around. Is this your wife?
Yes.
Is this your wife?
Yes.
You were a dancer in this country until you were deported to Atara as an undesirable 1 year ago. You will remain in custody, madame, until the necessary papers have been signed. You will then be deported to the nearest country.
Atara! They have plotted together against me.
There will be a reception committee waiting for you at the frontier. Come, Yusuf.
Lock her up. You have my deepest sympathy, my friend.
I don't see how she could be married to both of us. It's impossible.
Where that lady is concerned, the impossible becomes the commonplace.
What about bail?
For her, 5 millions of British pounds. She caused so much trouble the last time. On the other hand, it could be dangerous to put her in with the other prisoners. She may start a mutiny. Commandeer a hotel room for the lady prisoner.
But I just don't understand how
My friend, do not try. The inspector whose duty it was to deport Gertrude, he started to ask questions. He was that kind of man, you understand. He wanted to get at the truth. He had to leave the force, go into a mental home. It was all very sad.
Are you positive?
They have brought the train back, master. Rumor has it, they are deporting her to Atara.
Oh, no. I've just heard.
Any suggestions?
One only. Forget her, forget her. For humanity's sake, leave well alone.
We can't just leave her locked up in some lousy hotel room.
Look, we let her go, we lose our country. We save her, we risk global war. It's as simple as that.
What about the rebels? Do you think they'd help us?
Well, how should I know?
You were just talking to one.
Where?
Here.
Where?
A few seconds ago.
You mean my servant, Abdul?
He's the one who held us up with your revolver. He's a captain in the rebel army.
He's what? Abdul! Abdul! Do you mean to tell me that for 2 years I've had a servant who's a rebel? Well, why didn't you tell me, man?
Because you would have told the inspector.
But I'm on your side. That's what they sent me out here for.
You are an agent?
Well, didn't you people think it was strange that I should be trying to sell kilts and tartan rugs and souvenirs of Edinburgh in the middle of the desert?
No, master. You are British.
3 years I've been trying to contact the rebel army, and now this?
You are too late, master. The rebel army is no more.
Why not?
Frustration, disappointment, bitterness. We were pro-British, but your friend turned us over to the enemy.
You have my apologies for that, Abdul, but why did you make a deal with the 2 Alpharanians? Was it political?
No, master. It was a business transaction between 2 honest men.
The family jewels?
What else, master?
You know what's happened, don't you? Because of that damn Gertrude, an entire pro-British army has been disbanded. Why, we daren't allow Atara to become anti-British now. We'll need your leader's help to get that woman to freedom.
Yesterday, perhaps. Today, impossible.
Why?
Because he is negotiating for a responsible position in the government.
Oh.
Is that all, master?
Well, isn't it enough?
Well, at least you have your answer to why you didn't inform London about the rebels.
Uh-huh.
You didn't feel they were reliable, and events have proved you right, haven't they?
Aye, they have, haven't they?
Now that I know the truth, master, I am glad I did not assassinate you.
And so you damn well... Where you going to?
It was to have been my duty, master. We were so sure you were an ally of the government.
Oh, this gets worse and worse. If he tells his leader that I'm not an ally of the government, and his leader becomes a member of the government, what's to prevent the leader from telling Abdul to assassinate me because I'm an enemy of the government? Where are you going?
For a wee walk.
We'll both be going for a wee walk soon, the last wee walk we'll ever take.
Oh, I don't know. We still hold the trump card. Gertrude.
It was very kind of you to invite me to dinner.
It was selfishness on my part, Inspector. I wanted to see you again. You fascinate me. You are all man.
But why should I let you escape?
What chance has a woman in your company? You see into her heart, into her mind. Your eyes melt my body. You know everything. I know nothing. Feel love, great tender love.
But why should I let you escape?
Because you have a sense of humor.
You have not yet made me laugh.
I am married to that stupid Ataranian boy.
Uh-huh.
I did take the family jewels.
And where are they?
I came into this country and told Henry that I had the plans on microfilm of an anti-British uprising in Attara.
But why, Henry?
Because he is a British agent.
What?
Oh, not a very good one. He did not even know there was a rebel army. So, he sent messages to his superiors, who sent me a husband to take me back to England because of the information I haven't got.
Of course, you will have to return these.
Why?
The law must be upheld. But now, let us turn to politics. You and your two companions will be deported to England. There you will present this microfilm to the authorities. On the microfilm will be the details of an anti-British plot. And with it, the names of all Attaranians in high places who are, in fact, violently pro-British.
10,000 pounds.
What?
20,000.
No, I heard you the first time.
To be paid into a bank in England, and of course, I keep the jewels.
Of course. We are no longer concerned with crime, but with politics. I wonder if they will have made me chief of police by the time the deportation order is signed. After all, it is the end of British tyranny in this part of the world and the end of our hatred of them. A pity, really. They were such nice people to hate.
No information for 3 years and then deportation. And I liked it there. I liked the climate. I liked the people. Did you know they were going to make me pipe major? Oh, I'll never forgive that Gertrude for that, never. I hope the chief's not too angry with me. I don't want to be sent to China. Well, Where have you been? Do you realize that we are 5 minutes late for our appointment with the minister already?
You'd better go on ahead, Henry. I want to have a word with our friend here in private.
Shout if you need help.
Gertrude.
I put my luggage in your care throughout the whole trip to England because I trusted you. Now, please, can I have my jewels back? I want my jewels.
I handed them in first thing this morning to the Otteranian embassy.
No.
They promised to return them to their rightful owner. Now, you see, Gertrude, I took a little stroll the night you and the inspector had dinner together.
You heard everything? But what am I going to tell your information people?
That Henry found out you'd been hoodwinked and given false information. That's why he destroyed the microfilm.
Did he?
He doesn't know it yet, but he did.
Please, why did you bring me back to England?
Well, I'm a hopeless sentimentalist, Gertrude. I don't think you've ever really been given a chance. But with 10,000 pounds in the bank, you might be able to find a little of that civility you're after.
It's a pity, you know, that I am already married. Because if I weren't, I would have had you propose to me. And you know, I would have accepted.